In 2026, the world stands at the edge of two earth-shaking events, according to the prophecy of Baba Vanga, the so-called Nostradamus of the Balkans. The mystic, who gained fame for her chillingly accurate predictions, foretold that this year would mark both the beginning of World War III and humanity's first contact with extraterrestrial life. While the global political landscape grows increasingly volatile, with rising tensions between superpowers and a fragile economy teetering on the brink of collapse, one part of her prediction may already be coming to fruition. But what if we had been watching the second part of the prophecy unfold right in front of our eyes? Since the discovery of Three-Eye Atlas on July 1, 2025, scientists have closely monitored its every move. Initially dismissed by NASA and other space agencies as just another ordinary comet, the evidence continues to mount, suggesting something far more extraordinary. What if this is how humanity is first contacted by extraterrestrial intelligence? The strange behavior of Three-Eye Atlas, its unexpected sunward jet, its erratic trajectory, and its apparent defiance of the laws of physics raises more questions than answers. Could this object, hurtling through our solar system, be a probe or even a signal from an alien civilization? And if it is, what does that mean for the future of humanity? The mystery surrounding Three-Eye Atlas has captivated astronomers, scientists, and the public alike. As it passes through our solar system, its every move is being scrutinized. But unlike typical comets or asteroids, which follow predictable patterns and behave in familiar ways, Three-Eye Atlas has consistently displayed behavior that defies scientific understanding. Avi Loeb, a Harvard astrophysicist, has been one of the most vocal proponents of the idea that Three-Eye Atlas might not be a natural object at all. Loeb is no stranger to controversy, having previously speculated that another unusual interstellar object, Oumuamua, might be an artificial probe. When it comes to Three-Eye Atlas, Loeb has argued that the object's sunward jet, coupled with its strange trajectory and high speed, strongly suggests that it is not just a random cosmic visitor, but something with purpose, a probe or artifact from an extraterrestrial civilization. The more scientists study it, the more it appears that Three-Eye Atlas does not fit the profile of natural space debris. Its erratic movement and anomalous emissions are raising serious questions about its origin. Could this be the first evidence that we are not alone in the universe? As Three-Eye Atlas continues its journey through the solar system, it is headed toward a fascinating event, its closest approach to Jupiter's irregular moon, Euphemie. This upcoming flyby will bring the object within the gravitational influence of Jupiter, offering a rare opportunity to observe its behavior up close as it interacts with the giant planet's gravity. Will the object's trajectory change? Will its movements become even more erratic as it is pulled by Jupiter's immense gravitational forces? For scientists tracking the object, this encounter may hold the key to unlocking more of the object's mysteries. The evidence for Three-Eye Atlas being an artificial object, however, remains speculative. Yet it is the object's unusual behavior that raises significant questions. Perhaps the most striking anomaly surrounding Three-Eye Atlas is the unexpected sunward jet it produced. When comets pass close to the sun, they typically release gas and dust as they heat up, forming a tail that points away from the sun. This behavior is caused by the pressure of the solar wind pushing the particles outward. However, Three-Eye Atlas did not behave in this typical manner. Instead, the object emitted a jet that pointed directly at the sun, an extremely rare phenomenon in space. This unusual behavior immediately caught the attention of researchers, as it did not align with any known mechanisms for natural propulsion. What makes this sunward jet so perplexing is the fact that no known physical processes could account for this anomaly under normal conditions. In typical comets, the material in the tail is expelled due to solar radiation or gas sublimation as the object warms up. The solar wind usually pushes the particles away from the sun, forming the familiar tail. However, Three-Eye Atlas exhibited a jet that not only deviated from this expected pattern, but was actively directed toward the sun, an inversion of the typical trajectory. This phenomenon suggests that the object may not simply be a passive rock moving through space. Instead, it hints at the possibility of an active, dynamic force at work. The presence of such a force implies that the object is generating energy internally, something that is not characteristic of comets or asteroids. According to Loeb, the sunward jet cannot be explained by the typical outgassing of volatile materials. It is much more likely that the object is utilizing some form of propulsion. Loeb has suggested that the jet could be the result of a solar sail, an advanced propulsion method in which light pressure from a star is used to move a spacecraft. However, he also entertains the possibility of other, more advanced technologies that may be powering the object. The fact that the jet is directed at the sun, not away from it, raises important questions. Is this object using solar radiation to adjust its position within the solar system? Or could it be signaling its presence to us? This theory of an artificial object is further compounded by the unexplained acceleration of 3I Atlas as it moved through the solar system. As it approached the sun, the object should have experienced gravitational acceleration, pulling it closer to the sun and speeding it up in accordance with Kepler's laws of planetary motion. However, instead of accelerating in a manner consistent with gravitational influence, 3I Atlas exhibited acceleration patterns that could not be explained by gravity alone. The object seemed to be speeding up in a manner that defied the expected physics. This unexplained acceleration raises serious questions about the nature of the object. While comets and asteroids are typically affected by gravity, the additional acceleration that 3I Atlas experienced suggests that it may be powered by a source beyond simple gravitational attraction. Loeb has speculated that this unusual acceleration could be caused by some form of internal propulsion system. If 3I Atlas is indeed artificially created, it might be using technology far beyond anything humanity currently possesses. The acceleration may not be due to a natural push from gravity, but rather an active push from some form of propulsion technology, such as an ion drive or solar sail. This type of propulsion mechanism would allow 3I Atlas to maneuver itself with incredible precision, altering its path through space. The sheer scale of such a technology, capable of interstellar travel and active navigation within our solar system, is far beyond anything we have achieved, making the possibility of 3I Atlas being a sophisticated probe or machine from an advanced civilization highly intriguing. Another anomaly that is added to the mystery of 3I Atlas is its highly unusual trajectory. While many interstellar objects follow more predictable, parabolic, or elliptical paths, 3I Atlas's route through the solar system appeared to be specifically influenced by forces other than gravity alone. Astronomers have long expected interstellar objects, comets or asteroids from other star systems, to follow the laws of physics in a familiar way. When these objects are captured into our solar system, they typically follow elliptical or parabolic orbits dictated by the sun's gravitational pull. Yet when 3I Atlas entered the solar system, its path immediately seemed to diverge from what scientists had anticipated. At first glance, the trajectory of 3I Atlas seemed to behave in a manner similar to that of a comet, following a hyperbolic trajectory that would carry it through the solar system and out again without returning. However, as the object neared its closest approach to the sun, astronomers began to observe deviations in its course that couldn't be easily explained. Rather than following a smooth, predictable curve, 3I Atlas's trajectory bent and shifted unexpectedly, veering off in a way that suggested there was more than just the sun's gravity at work. This bending of its path was particularly noticeable after the object's perihelion, the point at which it made its closest approach to the sun. According to the laws of orbital mechanics, a comet should experience a gradual change in velocity as it moves through the solar system, influenced by the gravitational forces of the sun. But instead of this expected slowdown, 3I Atlas exhibited significant deviations in speed and direction, defying conventional gravitational models. The object's trajectory, which should have followed a straight line after it passed the sun, seemed to curve in unnatural ways. This is not typical for a natural object like a comet or asteroid, which typically follows an uncomplicated and predictable path governed by gravity alone. The deviations in 3I Atlas's course suggested that something more than simple gravitational attraction was acting on it. These irregularities prompted scientists to consider alternative explanations. Could the object be under the influence of an additional force, one that couldn't be explained by gravity, solar radiation pressure, or other known natural forces? The fact that the object's movement seemed to be deliberate or directed has led some researchers to entertain the idea that 3I Atlas might not be a random piece of space debris at all. Instead, it raised the possibility that the object's movements were purposeful and calculated, influenced by some intelligence beyond Earth. The idea that the object is being actively maneuvered through space points to the possibility that it is not simply a fragment of rock or ice. Rather, it might be a sophisticated object, a probe, or even a spacecraft navigating through the solar system with intention. The upcoming flyby of 3I Atlas near Jupiter will provide an opportunity to observe the object more closely as it passes through the outer reaches of our solar system. As 3I Atlas passes through the gravitational field of Jupiter, it will be subjected to the immense forces of the gas giant's gravity. The way the object reacts during this flyby could provide crucial information about its nature. If the object's trajectory or acceleration is altered during its encounter with Jupiter, it could offer additional clues that support the theory that 3I Atlas is an artificial object. If it shows further signs of propulsion or deliberate course adjustment, it would bolster the idea that we're dealing with a machine, a probe designed with specific intent. As 3I Atlas continues its journey, it raises profound questions about the nature of life beyond Earth. If this object is indeed a probe or a message from an extraterrestrial civilization, it would represent humanity's first undeniable contact with intelligent life from another star system. This discovery would fulfill the second part of Baba Vanga's prophecy, confirming that extraterrestrial contact is not only possible, but imminent. The very nature of the anomalies surrounding 3I Atlas, the strange acceleration, its sunward jet, and its erratic trajectory, suggests that we are on the verge of answering one of humanity's most profound questions. Are we truly alone in the universe? Such a revelation could fundamentally alter our perception of reality, expanding the boundaries of human knowledge and challenging centuries-old assumptions about our place in the cosmos. While many have speculated about the existence of extraterrestrial life, 3I Atlas's mysterious behavior brings us closer to the possibility that we are not only sharing space with life, but with an intelligence capable of interstellar communication or exploration. The implications of such a discovery stretch far beyond science. They touch on philosophy, religion, and the very meaning of life itself. While the evidence remains speculative, the growing body of data surrounding 3I Atlas continues to challenge conventional scientific thinking. Its peculiar behavior and the theories proposed by experts like Loeb suggest that we are looking at something far beyond an ordinary interstellar object. Whether 3I Atlas is an alien artifact or a natural anomaly, its presence in our solar system marks a turning point in our understanding of the cosmos. The more we learn about 3I Atlas, the more we realize that we may be standing on the cusp of a discovery that will forever change humanity's place in the universe. As we continue to study this object and prepare for its flyby of Jupiter, the questions surrounding its origin, purpose, and nature will only deepen. Whether it is a piece of alien technology or simply an unexplained anomaly, the revelations brought by 3I Atlas are only just beginning. And with each passing day, we move closer to uncovering the true story behind this extraordinary visitor from the stars.